Alexa, time to stream. So, I think I solved, well, I think I have a clue now. Something, it's still Surface Pro related, but I think I might actually know now what's causing the Thunderbolt ports to lose connection. I think what's happening is that it's overheating. It's overheating, and it's get real hot. It gets real hot by the Thunderbolt ports or in that neighborhood, and it starts shutting stuff down or throttling stuff to the point where it's like losing power flow or something to the ports, and they end up shutting down, even if only for a moment. And then sometimes it'll crash because it's still too hot. So I'll try to reconnect it, and it'll just melt down and crash the system. The system reboots. It doesn't always do the reboot, but it does. I am noticing that there seems to be a correlation with the heat coming off that side of the Surface Pro. Now I have an external fan. It works really good actually in the spot that it's in. It'll cool down that zone of the fan. It's a small fan though. And I need to get a couple more of those. They're like $30 some a piece, but they provide really good cooling. I've noticed it really drops the temperature. For example, I have the hardware monitor tool, and see how it's sitting down here in the 50s. When I take that off and don't have any fan on there, this will go up into the 70s, close to mid 70s, and it'll sit there, and it gets the system gets really really hot. Same with the battery. So I have 3 spots on the back of my Surface Pro that get really hot. One, I believe, is the core. One is the battery. I've kind of figured out what that is. And one is, I believe, the internal graphics card. I think it's got its own separate internal graphics card on the Surface Pro 8, on the high-end Surface Pro 8. I think it might not, but it gets really hot off to the right of the processor. I don't know. Maybe that's memory temperature. I don't know. I can't really say for sure, but see, I don't know what these assemblies and what these sensors are. They're always kind of down here in the cool. So this is the SSD. I don't think it gets very hot very often. I'm not torturing my processor. Now you can see here the graphics card doesn't actually have a temperature monitor, so I have no idea. This is the Intel on board, so it could just be that it's part of the core stuff. I don't know. But anyway, I do get a lot of heat kind of off to the right. Sometimes even that zone, even when the CPU itself is cooled down, that whole area, it still seems to get really hot sometimes on the right. And that seems to be most often when I have my Surface Pro monitor on. Right now I turned it off, and as soon as I turned off the Surface Pro monitor, all the temperatures started dropping again because the cooler was able to keep up. So either and I wouldn't say it's getting hot in spite of the fan, it's just getting hot other places. So I don't know, maybe there's a fair amount of heat increase throughout the other portions of the app system because of the graphics card or the graphics data going in and out. I don't know, but there's something going on, and I think it might have to do with how it's feeding to those ports. So I guess we'll find out if I ever get a second and third fan. I actually put on my Alfster list that I need a fan, and I know my battery area gets super hot too. It's right now it's not too bad, but it gets pretty hot. And then of course right above, it seems to be at the worst when, like I said, when I'm using the Surface Pro monitor. So hopefully I can figure this out at some point and get this thing functioning again to the point where it stops crashing. It still does it, but I've noticed that it's a bigger problem when I'm using my Surface Pro monitor. So I turned off the monitor now because it had crashed, and I was like, why is it still getting hot? Maybe it's pushing past the fan, but I could put my hands right next to the fan and it's all nice and cool. And then I put my hand, further to the right of the monitor. I'm putting my hand behind it, so I guess it'd be left if I was looking at it. But it gets really hot, really, really hot, like the touch. And to where it's uncomfortable to the touch. So, and then I noticed my fan was also, or my battery area was really hot. But now that I've disconnected the monitor, the battery area is a little cooler. And even the area that was next to the processor is way cooler. So it's like this fan, if it sits on top of the CPU, can manage the temperatures. You can see it, they're all nice and low now in the mid to upper 50s, but that's 25 degrees. In fact, 25 to 30 degrees. You can see the max. When I turned off the monitor, I was hitting the upper 80s and 90s Celsius. If you think about that, that's like what, nearly 35 degrees Celsius, which I believe is like 80 something degrees Fahrenheit. That's like going from a hot summer day to a frozen winter day. So we're talking significant temperature change. That is a significant change in temperature. When you drop 80 degrees Fahrenheit or whatever it is, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, 50 degrees is ideal, 50 to 60, I think. When I start getting up past that, I knew it was trouble because my fans on the thing were getting really loud. They're not annoyingly loud or anything, but you can hear them go shh. They got a nice gust of wind trying to crank that air out. But when I turned off the monitor, it fixed, or it dropped. It dropped fast. It went from like mid to upper 70s. I turned off the monitor and it just started coming down. Within a few minutes, it was down to the mid 50s. Sometimes it seems to go up to 60s, but still it's way lower than it is normally. And you can see this min, because I don't know where these mins are coming from, but I don't know if it's like the last time I processed it. I don't know how this has worked, but this might be because when I have it sitting and it's sleeping or something. This could be all time min and max. So who knows, but still, it's getting some crazy high peaks. I would like to clear this and never see better than 70, to be honest, but even now I'm hitting 70. But I think if I got some extra fans on here, it would be better. But anyway, these fans are cool. They work good. All right, so let's get to work. All right, so it's 9:48. Current issues. Current issues. There are always current issues, aren't there? Oops, probably should turn on my chat. Let's get the chat running. So my chat's on for anybody who cares. It wasn't on a moment ago. Hold on a sec. I got to get my phone here. All right, I think we're good. So today's current problems are goals and plans. Fix my carpet protector. Get a new one. I have a database issue. Okay, so I discovered that I have automated setup of authentication on my database. This means if the database doesn't exist, so it only happens once per environment, right? You deploy to an environment, and when you first initialize an environment, it creates the database. It creates a system user and then turns on or enables authentication. Now, apparently there's a difference between enabling authentication and enforcing authentication. Enabling it means you now can have your system user connect to the database. Enforcing it means you can no longer have a non-authenticated user attached to the database. That was news to me. I didn't realize I didn't know there was a difference between enabling authentication and enforcing it. But what's basically happening is, because my server already exists, the system, when it creates a system user, it can disconnect and reconnect with authenticated user, enabling the authentication. But I went to my database that was existing, and to my surprise, it was not authenticating. I was able to connect to it without a user ID, which is not ideal security-wise. So, what did I do wrong? Because I made some changes. I added a database layer to my code, and I thought, well, maybe I did something. I accidentally disabled the functionality. Turns out I didn't. Just turns out that all of my processes don't actually enforce authentication. And I was like, okay. So this was after spending an hour or two this morning trying to troubleshoot what the heck is going on. Then I went and asked Claude, the adult, Master Claude. I went and talked to Master Claude, and Master Claude told me, oh, well, that's because you need to enable it manually. You have to turn on enforced authentication manually. And I was like, well, I can't do that because I need to do it, when I deploy the system. And it's like, oh, well, with that case, when you're doing containers and other types of deployment, you have to actually turn on the server with authentication, which you can do through the Docker processes, which I'm using. So, newsflash. So, wow, are they still doing that? I didn't even know they were still doing that. Danny DeVito is a perfect fill for that show, by the way. They're doing live action Hercules, and I didn't know they were doing Tom Holland. Is he going to be Hercules? See, this is Phil, and I think he is. He fits the part perfectly, right? Danny DeVito. Fans of Tom Holland don't need to be too sad, though, as long as with Holland will also be reprising his role as Peter Force. Wait, what did it? Okay, I can't help it. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I gotta see. Haunting Wicked's sensational Ariana Grande. Fan trailers are often seen as cheap and nasty, especially given the continued debate over the use of technology. Which one is it talking about? I gotta look. Sorry. Is this the one? No. Well, it's like, look. Part of the Holocaust characters. Hercules is currently marching through. I said here, sort of. Fan casting Dream, A Nightmare in Holland. Or Nightmare, depending on your viewpoint. That sees Holland joined by Russell Crowe as Zeus. Hardly a stretch after his Thor, Love and Thunder. Jim Carrey as Hades along with fan trailers are often, but there are times when it is useless. For example, this Hercules trailer makes it categorically clear that Tom Holland was not put on this earth. Which one? I don't know what they're talking about. I want to see the thing that he's talking about. I know I got distracted. See, this is what happens when you got the internet, man. It just doesn't show it. I don't know. It said this, but I don't know what is this. There's no links. Is it this one? Is this one? Trying to find it. I'm gonna keep clicking. Oh no. Oh yeah, Tom Holland would be a terrible Hercules. Official trailer. This is a fan-made official trailer. I'm sure it's not good because it's fan-made. Right? It's made of.
Let me take you through the night where heroes and gods shine so bright.
You gotta love the way they put the fake lips on.
Hercules, strong and tight. He'll fight,
Oh yeah, he definitely does not look the part.
Conquer it all. He'll love to test the
Danny DeVito. Good grief.
He'll train you hard.
That don't even look like him there.
Let go of a hiding pain so deep. The love will find her and she'll leave.
She would look. She would fit the part well.
The king.
Oh yeah, I could see these. Yeah, you know.
She keeps the stars in their place. Hermes, quick.
Paul Rudd as Hermes. That's pretty funny.
Can't be beat. Hades, Lord of the underworld. With face so cold, he's unfurled. Pain and panic.
Jordan Peele. Paige.
They bring the chaos.
Keegan. That's funny. Keegan and Jordan Peele are always together.
She spins the threads beside your stay. Nexus, proud,
Jason Momoa.
fell in the air.
Do you know how expensive this movie would be?
Turned around the bend.
First of all, he's way bigger there than he is in real life. I mean, he's a big dude, but that's monstrous.
Stories live on tonight.
But that would be the most expensive movie, man. All those guys, A-listers in one movie. I mean, jeez, it would cost $100 million just to get your actors in there. Get all of those actors into one movie. That would be insanely expensive. There's no way. They might get Danny DeVito voiced the original, and he would probably be pretty good in that position as far as Phil goes, because he was that character. And I thought he looked like that character in the cartoon. I would love to do a voice acting gig. I think that would be cool. I don't know how do you do, I mean, there's so many ads out there for voice acting though. It's like, there's probably millions of people who get these jobs. I mean, it's got to be the hardest industry to break into, because think about it. Everybody's eligible, right? I mean, everybody could apply for every part. I mean, because it doesn't matter what you look like. Your age, your appearance, none of that matters. You just need to do the voice. Now, granted, not everybody can do a voice that would fit, but you do voices for characters, but you're going up against everybody who wants to do voice acting. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you can do. I can't do Mickey Mouse. I can do squeaky voice, and I can do accented voices like I did. I'm doing for Frederick Lauren. I'm doing Frederick Lauren on my. On the play I'm currently on, because I got the part to play Frederick Lauren, which is Vincent Price in The House on Haunted Hill. Let's see if I can remember how I did it. I am Frederick Lauren, and I rented the house on Haunted Hill so that my wife could give a party, a haunted house party. She's so amusing. There will be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited. If any of you would stay for the next 12 hours, I will give each of you $10,000, or your next of kin, should you not survive. But here come our other guests. It was my wife's idea for our friends to arrive in funeral cars. Her sense of humor, shall we say, original. I dreamt up the hearse. It's empty now, but after a night in Haunted Hill, who knows? Then I go on to introduce all of the characters. But that's my Frederick Lauren monologue that I did to get the part. And I think it'd be fun to try other voices. Problem is, I can do a lot of voices, a lot of different voices. Not people. I mean, I'm not a what do you call it? A mimic. What do they call those comedians? Ventriloquist? No, not ventriloquist. Impersonator. I'm not an impersonator. I don't think I can impersonate anybody. But I mean, yeah, I mean, the best impersonation I could do is if I found someone who could do my accents. I go, oh, I can impersonate him. So that's the only way I'd be able to impersonate him. I've got a minimal range, but I'm definitely not an impersonator. I think it'd be fun to try to do things that are like people, but I wouldn't do. Anyway, I'm distracted. Let's get to work. Let's get some stuff done. I've got an hour now. I've talked myself out of 30 minutes of work here. All right, issue. Like I said, let's open up my programming. Oh, was that my programming? Is it already open? Nope. I don't know why that's showing is open then. It's weird that whenever I open that, I always get two windows. Why does it give me a basic window? Why does opening my programming page, what the heck is this? What the heck? What the heck is all that nonsense? All right. Look at the ads. The ads one gets are hilarious. Okay. So this is where Mongo told me what I have to do to fix my problem. For your deployment configuration Docker, you should start MongoDB with. All right, so, and I might already been doing this, and that's probably why it's been working. We'll find out. Let's go see. Let's go look at my Docker stuff. So we'll go look at, we'll say dev. Now the dev one is my local one, which will create a Docker database, but it creates its own instance. Database. Nope, it's not database. Database. Where are you, database? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, and it says use command. Let's see. Now this is probably common command, which means it would be in my base. Database. Okay. Oh, look, I don't have all that nonsense. Oh. Wait, what? Oh. Okay. Hopefully that'll take care of that problem, but what else do I need? Key changes in this approach. Remove the attempt to enable authentication via set parameter since that's not needed. Added proper role setup for the admin user with all necessary permissions. Improved error handling and connection verification. Added checking for existing users before attempting to create the admin. Added proper cleanup of temporary connections. Okay, so this is changing my connections setup again. I've changed it so many times. But each time, I think, is a cleaner, better version of the one before it. So, because really, I need, like, for example, this one didn't work right. So this has got to be a better version. I do not want my database, if possible, to be accessible without authentication. So, that said, I needed to clean up my... I will say this. One of the things I really like about Claude, and I'm talking about Master Claude, Parent Claude, Primary Claude Prime, whatever you want to call it, the one that's on the internet. What I really like about that is it's you know, it's a two-sided coin. I say I like the way it refactors sometimes, but I also don't like the way it refactors sometimes. So it's good. The problem is, wow, what is all this? Create initial admin. Wait. Actually, I'm going to ask it to re-update. Okay. This is my database.go. That does much of this. Create system user is the function I am using for the initial admin. Can you update this code as needed to implement this process? Or rather than create new functions. All right, so we're gonna handle this a little bit differently. I really kind of want to reuse stuff. I don't want it to be redesigning. It does tend. Like I said, I both like and hate the refactoring that it does, because Claude has a tendency to believe it's better at naming stuff. Or, oh my gosh. And I tend to believe that I don't believe that that's true, for one thing. I do believe that Claude is pretty good at refactoring things, especially when there's redundancy, which I love, because I don't like redundancy, and I will often refactor. In fact, if Claude won't tell me to do it, which it usually won't if I'm using Copilot, because Copilot is... well, are you even changing anything, buddy? Because I'm clicking on stuff and nothing's happening. Initialize system. Func. Initialize system. All right, that definitely changed something. Create system user. Hey, getting bigger and bigger, all right. Oh, yeah. There are, in my opinion, times and places for certain things to be done. Refactoring has its place for sure. Remove, enable auth, keep the rest of your code. Okay. Okay. Hopefully this will be better. So what I'm doing, So and remove enable auth and is auth enforced. Oh wait, did I not get rid of is auth enforced? Oh. Oops, what did I do? Oh, didn't go all the way down there. Okay. All right. Modified initialized system, added timeouts, improved error handling and logging. For this, work in your deployment. Start MongoDB with auth flag in your deployment configuration. The code with key differences from the original code is that we remove the attempts to enable authentication via commands and instead rely on MongoDB being started with authentication enabled. Okay. So in my development environment, prior to deployment, how do I enable starting my application? It's probably a command or something. Yeah. Okay, so what do we got here? Well, then you want to start MongoDB in your development environment. You have a few options. If using MongoDB installed directly on your machine, if using, no, I'm not doing that. Let's do this. I am not using sudo on my Windows system. What other command? Geez, I just wanted one other command. Bash is fine. Command line is fine. On Windows, you have a few different ways to manage MongoDB. Here's how you can handle authentication. If MongoDB is installed on Windows Service, open command prompt as administrator. Replace the DB path with your actual data directory. Then you have to do this thing. I mean, I can do this, but I've noticed that when you mess with the config file, things get screwed up. I want to see if I can do this. Open the command prompt as administrator. All right. Oh, see, I still have to edit the. So there's no way to. So there is no way to enable auth on my MongoDB without editing the config file directly. Because all these options say open the bin, open the file, blah, 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 set the thing, blah, blah, blah. Good grief, really? I'm out already? Oh, you're so stupid. At least I answered my question. Stupid. But you would think there'd be like commands that can just stop the service. All right, so I'm gonna go try ChatGPT because obviously I can't talk to Claude when he's like that. Is there a way to stop my MongoDB service, enable authentication, and restart the service using non-sudo commands in Windows? Via bash or PowerShell or That's what this says. We'll see. I'm gonna try what it says. Net stop or in command prompt blah if you're running. Enable authentication in MongoDB. Nope. You gotta edit. It doesn't work. You have to do this. So basically I can stop it, go put this nonsense in, and then start it again. And here I thought I had a cool feature functionality going. So, all right, I have to this is let's disconnect this thing. Drop database. User. Disconnect. Remove connection. Now this shouldn't have anything left. Okay, so we're empty. Okay. All right, that doesn't work. This one is the one I should eventually be able to use. So, all right, so we have essentially nothing. So we're going to go, I got to go to the bin file, stupid bin to file. I didn't know this is not cool. I was hoping there'd be like a cool way to do this, but apparently now I'm hoping this will work when I go to Docker. I don't even know how to test my Docker database, make sure it doesn't allow for non-secure connections. I will have to put in some kind of tests. I don't know. Container logs, try connecting manually to different credentials. I will try that. Delete MongoDB log file. Start MongoDB. Okay, so this is me all trying to fix my MongoDB stuff. So yeah. And this is 8.0. And this may not even be right, but we're about to find out. I'm going to go over to my server, drop in this path, going to go here, it does exist. We're going to open this puppy up with nope, I got to go to Notepad here. Open with administrative rights. Then I can go to this configuration file and open with Notepad++. Note that it is not there. Security. I got to put this guy in there. Close this. Oh wait. Ooh, probably shouldn't do that yet. I probably should net command first. Command. I mean net stop. Alright, stopped successfully. I probably did that out of order, but we're going to go ahead and close this. And then we're going to say enable it and start it. Okay. So what I need to do is record what I need to do to start, to set and start MongoDB in authentication enabled state. Net stop MongoDB. Security authentication enabled, I believe is what it's called. Oh, authorization enabled. Authorization enabled. Nope. And net stop or net start MongoDB. MongoDB2. What is it? MongoD.cfg. Alright. Alright, so that should get me started with that stuff. Hopefully I'm fully functional in that sense. I should not have now I don't have any user. I have like no access. That's the theory. But it should create one once I start my authenticate my database. So let's see if that works. Okay, so we're gonna go. Oops, nope, wrong thing. I mean, in the simulator. I probably shouldn't be in the simulator. Let's go to PFFM Go, which is in the simulator technically, but it's the simulator's the master path, trying to function with the individual applications in their child apps. Let's see if this works. All right, so it started. Let's see what happened here. Verifying system database, attempting system initialization application database, attempting to connect without auth, no user found, creating a user, create user, successfully created user, mgauth is now running. So that means it should have created a user that was able to connect, and now these guys should not work. Okay, but this one should work. Did not. Okay, so this one could be set up wrong. I'll give it that. So let's try this. We're going to go open form. And this one should not connect. Fail. All right, nice. Okay, that's exactly what I expected to see. I'm going to go and remove this connection and this connection because they're not good. I'm going to try this. Now I should have to put in my local application path. Which should be this guy. If everything's set up correctly. Glad to get at that didn't work. Huh. Unable to load connection. Get address info. E not found database. Getting this error when I try to connect with my newly created user MongoDB. It could just be something to do with this. I'm not saying this doesn't work. I'm not leaning that it's not working, because that's theoretically it shouldn't have started if it, because we created the user and then it says it's running, which means I created the database. So we should have a working connection. I guess the best way to know, I already know I can't connect locally. The thing is, I don't understand why I can't connect. All right. Why is this not working? What is that? What does this mean? If you're running MongoDB locally, the serve format is incorrect. Instead use, well, what am I using? Oh, am I using, oh, I did. I don't think I was doing that, to be honest. I mean, it may have been what happened the second time I did it. MongoDB, user, password, at. What's going on? DB at localhost 2717. Maybe DB doesn't work. Ah, that's what it was. Okay. So we have PFFM. We can now see everything. We should have a user. We do. Okay, so the issue is that it's this, and this guy is not valid because I'm doing it locally. Localhost instead of DB. And this is going to be wrong in other locations. And then I gotta put this in too. Wait, what? Oh, okay, never mind. What are you doing? All right, one more test. One more test for my sanity. Cool. All right, so I have now what I think are two valid connections. It just isn't going to let me have two at the same time, but that's all I needed to do, make sure it works. And then I can get rid of one of these. And I can get rid of this one too, because that's not valid. All right, so we've got a functioning, it did create, everything's happy. Things you learn. All right, so I haven't even deployed this to test now. I got to do, or to my local dev, which will create a new server and hopefully initialize it. Let's see. I do want to go. What I'm looking at on offline here, I have a OneNote that I keep track of, like all the commands and all the things that I need for Docker and Net, and MongoDB and Git and all these things that I might be using at various points on my. Actually, this one and that one should probably be together. In fact, network port commands. I called it, yeah. So I don't need both because I think I already have Aeon up here. Yeah, and Aeon. Let's put this one back over here. And then we will dump that one because that's extra. Okay, so yeah, these are all of my various pieces. Like I have my environment variables here. These are just local environment development ones because they're different from my deployed versions. So I need to know what they are because I have to create a local dev environment file because it doesn't check into Git. So I need to have that so that whenever I create a new system, like send my system back to Microsoft so that they can replace it again, I can create my M on whatever system I'm using. Or if I change it or update it and then I switch to another computer that already has stuff but it's not updated, I can simply make that switch. So that's why I have environment variables. I have my Mongo database stuff, which is just like, these are not, if I have passwords and stuff that I'm keeping separate, I kind of keep them underneath security, which probably could just as easily be down here. But it's a secured page that I can throw on. But I just find that there's a lot of commands I find myself constantly needing referencing. So it's just easier to go copy and paste them or grab them. So as I learn them, eventually maybe I'll type them, but I may always copy and paste because I'm a lazy lazy typer, lazy typist. If I see something, it's like, oh, I could type that out and maybe get it right because it's this long, or I could just go copy and paste it. So I'll go with the copy and paste. Same reason why I let AI write code that I probably could write, just because AI is probably not going to make the syntax errors that I'm going to make. And I can look at it and go, that doesn't look right. You know, tell me if it's wrong. As I start to learn more, I'm realizing when I can say, I don't think you got what I wanted there. But I have come to be dependent on AI. I will say that, because it's so much more efficient. I keep looking at my camera. There's something on my camera. And I don't know if it's, oh, okay. I thought maybe it was cracked or scratched, but I think what it is I adjusted my camera when I was wearing my workout powder that I put on my hands for grip, like when I'm doing pull-ups and stuff. And I got powder all over the top of the camera. That's what it was. So I kept looking because I couldn't quite tell. It just looked weird. It's essentially a powder fingerprint that looked like, and it was only a little bit, so thus the scratch appearance. Okay, let's get back to it. So now I got the database. It appears to be running, which is awesome. So that means I can go back to the task at hand, which was creating my plays on, I'll find out if that's fully functioning when I try to deploy it to local dev. I have yet to actually create a new branch. Oh, shoot. I should stop working in this branch. I don't want to. It's not even the right name for the branch anymore. It's like, it's totally not even the right name for the branch anymore. What I should do is, shoot. I don't want to work in this branch anymore. I need to start creating new branches and stop getting stuck on one. I could split off. Let's go look at my GitHub. Yeah, see, like my last PR broke because I'm trying to get the URL thing. And I stopped working on the URL thing because I don't want to use ephemeral URLs. But now I'm starting to decide that maybe I might just leave it with an ephemeral URL. Just because it's annoying because I can't get the fixed one to work. I have the fixed one in, but it is not triggering on deployment. but in order for me to fix that, all right, I need to check in some stuff. See, this is why you can't leave things hanging, because, or let's put it this way, this is why I can't leave things hanging, because my brain just can't let stuff go. I need to fix it. It's like, just let it go. No, I can't. You're killing me, man. First of all, let's make sure everything is compiling. So we're going to go Control C here. And then we're going to go CDs, get stuff done. We're going to say, oops, go run dot. So what this will do is it'll start up all of the things that need to start up to be functional. If there's not a bug. See, you can see I ran into a bug. Playbook Store is having issue because I've been doing stuff with Playbook Store. It's probably not set up right. So I can't deploy. I can't go to test yet. Playbook Store missing method initialize formations. Oh, this might be something I think initialize formations needs to be in my struct. In fact, I put this in here, but ultimately I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Playbook. And it's probably service.go or store.go. One of them has a struct up here that defines. Yeah, there it is. Initialize formations is right there. So something's up. Change the method name from initialize formations to initialize formations. What? Oh, it's not public. In the struct. Oh. Wait. What? Oh, that's not the struct. It is store.go that's got it wrong. Oh, and it isn't even the struct. It's actually change. It's asking me to change the function. It's a case sensitivity issue again. And this is store. Initialize formations. Should include initialize formations method. Whoa! What is all that? What? Wait, did I switch pages? Okay, I don't know okay, I don't know what that was. God. What is going on? I'm getting myself all discombobulated. By renaming blah blah. Struct elements playbook store interface. Alright, I think we might be okay here. In the end, I think that's where we're at. Let's go try this again. Nope. We still got problems. Oh, did I must be doing something that's doing this stuff disconnectedly, because it's giving me a new command prompt. In fact, it probably wasn't even an error. Just tried to restart ones that were already running. It's throwing me off that it's giving me a new command prompt. Why are you giving me... Why are you doing that, man? You're just making me... You're just confusing me. That's probably why it was so fast to say it was good. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, well, I thought I... Okay, I thought I fixed that. All right. Oh, different for different tool complaining. Okay. Oh, it's gonna complain again because I didn't shut it down. It's all right. It just stops them as long as it isn't an error in the item I want. Okay, why are you still complaining? I don't have that no more. Sheesh. Guess I do have it. I have it in a few places. Great Kirkly Margley. Now are we good? Are you done being a jerk face? The joy of programming. Ugh. Okay. What is going on? Oh, I didn't save everything. I should have hit save all. My bad. Let's try saving everything. And now, I think the only one that didn't start, because game, it says playbook started at dialing. No, it says dialing at started, HTTP, game plan started, auth, main server shutdown completed. I don't know. Did it actually stop? Let's just do it again. Okay. Now we're up and running. Everybody's going now. All right. Let's go ahead and go over to the web. npm run dev. Now there's plenty here that doesn't fully function, but I want to try to get this set and implemented and deployed as long as everything's compiling. This way I can make sure we're in a good state as I move forward into a new branch. I gotta create a new branch. I need to start branching my updates, and it's just it's not a good process to keep using the same branch over and over and over and over again, because it's bad description. It's got too much stuff in it, too many changes. A branch should not have that many changes. It needs to take care of a problem, check in the problem, fix the problem, new branch. You don't keep branching. That branch should have its own encapsulated, this is what my job was. And I need to get that in place. All right, Kyle, let's log you in. Woo? Oh yeah, I dumped my database. I gotta go do this again. Oh yeah, I remember that thing. You just you dumped your database. You're starting over. Luckily, I don't have anything to worry about. It comes a point. That's another reason why I need to make sure all my database stuff is solid, because there's going to come a point when I don't want to keep rebuilding everything, because it's going to be a big fat hairy pain in the backside. And you want to make sure. Really? Okay. Got it. Got it. We are up and running, so let's go check out my... See, this is what's kind of weird. Look, it's like it somehow loads, comes back here, but it doesn't fully refresh the page. I come back now, it's all here, or I thought it was. Okay, something's wrong. What is going on? Where's my... Oh, there, what the heck? Alright, I'm gonna have to check that. There's obviously a bug. My screen stopped the highlighting. Alright, so we're back here. This guy's ugly. I got things off the screen. I know. But it just means everybody's loading good. Got my play editor thing I'm gonna be editing. Hopefully one of these days this stuff will load. Select formations, I don't expect it to work because it wasn't working before, and I'm not gonna update it right now. I just want to make sure everything is functional so that I can go ahead and close down and go to here, close down, over here, Control C and close down. Oh, I like that my log is actually showing all my log stuff though now. I mean, it works here anyway, which is the ideal. So now, everything should be working. Let's do one quick, I say quick, it's probably not going to be quick, but I'm going to go to my Docker commands, and I'm going to do a local dev build. Here we go. Do I have my Docker running even? Might not. Because the last time I did this, it blew up because I didn't have my Docker running. Don't! Docker compose.dev. Oh, it's because in the wrong space. I do that all the time. Oops. Let's try again. Wait, what? Not, wait. Oh, still not in the right place. Alright, try it again. Hey, oh, come on. Oh, now I'm too far back. What? Wait, how did I go beyond? Oh my gosh. I'm not even... How am I in... Oh, because I asked... How did I do a tilde? Oh my gosh. Oh god. Git repos / football simulator. Git repos / oh my gosh, football simulator. Hey Azito, lurk and work. Hey man, you're welcome to lurk and work all you want. I'm trying to get everything checked in so I can build a new branch. So, because I've been using this branch since forever and I need to stop doing that. What? What? Line 2 cannot find expected key. I have never seen that error before. That, my friend, is a new problem. What is wrong with my line 2? Okay. That is indescriptive. Docker compose dev dot YAML build. Am I missing a parameter on my build? Docker compose. No, that looks like the right setup. What is this nonsense? Explain to me, man. What is this new problem I'm seeing? Did not find expected key. I don't even see a key. All I see there is the fact that it's supposed to be PFFM. Oh. Well, that I can see. I did add some stuff to it recently because, you know, I'm always changing. Always moving with the tide. Let's close all this nonsense. Problem is, I'm in the wrong window. I probably shouldn't have done this here. Because now I can't get to that file. Alright, so we'll go here. Let's go see what we got here. Sure is that the indentation is consistent. Yeah, so it's not really complaining about the name. It could be the version, but I don't have the version. Probably should put the version in here. We'll put that here. Let me stick it underneath there like that. I think we'll be all right with that. And then we're going to go find out what I'm doing wrong. So the thing I changed was my Mongo database. That was the thing I edited. So I probably have some bad indentation on it. Database. Okay, here we go. Services. It's not Mongo. It's DB. Did you even look at? Okay, so that is totally not. All right. That's totally not the right. That is totally not the right. It's guessing, and I hate when it guesses because it's trying to like build a file off of what is not my. Oops. I put workspace in there twice. I want you to look at the workspace extra hard. It's like it tried to build me a new Docker file, but the problem with that is it's a new Docker file and it's probably missing crap. So I need it to be. Here is the corrected version. Okay, so I know it has something to do with my database. Alright, so we got container name, extends, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I don't see a problem. Oh, it's another one of those where it just says, oh yeah, this is the fix. And then you're like looking at every line, trying to figure out what it did. Please point out what you changed. Removed comments at the beginning of the file and within the YAML structure. YAML does not support comments. Use blah instead. Adding missing image for ngrok service. No you didn't. I already have the image, so I don't know what you're talking about there. That isn't a comment. I mean, it says use the pound sign instead. Well, this is using the pound sign, so I don't know. What are you talking about? There's no comments in here that aren't using the pound sign. Supposed to go DoorDash in about now. In about now minutes. I don't want to. I hate DoorDashing. Yesterday I made $9 an hour. It's getting worse. Huh. So I already have the image file, ports, M file, HTTP, blah, blah, volumes, blah, comment.m.dev, front end and unless stopped, database, container name, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so apparently it doesn't know the problem. It's one of those, I'm going to tell you how to fix this. Maybe he won't notice that I don't know how to fix this if I just tell him I fixed it. Because I have no idea what the problem is. Because I will tell you this, AI does not know how to say, I don't know. It doesn't say I don't know. It doesn't say it's not possible. It just says, this is what you do. Oh, they're done. You didn't add anything. You didn't add any of those services. You're just... Now, it could be that since I'm using base, it could be that maybe there's something wrong with my base file. Do you see any issues with my docker-compose? Because this is the one that I most recently added stuff to. And that is this. And base YAML syntax. Potential issues. YAML does not support comments. Use. What are you talking about? What comments? All of my comments are using the pound. I don't see any other comment attempts on here that don't use the pound symbol. Do I have... I don't see any indentation issues with the new stuff I added. But this is the only thing I changed. Huh. I'm not seeing it, man. I don't see any spaces, extra spaces. There's nothing. I may have to go to the I could try and take this out. You know, go to my Docker compose dev. Thing is, this was working. What is going on? I'll take this out just to see if that's an issue. It does say line 2. So maybe that's the problem. Maybe it just doesn't support the comment at the top of the page. Yeah. Doesn't like the top of the page comment. It may not even have been the fact that I had the other. So it's not that it doesn't like comments. It just doesn't like line comments. It likes inline comments. Because like these pounds are inline comments, but you can't put them on their own line. Maybe that's what it meant. Yeah, it doesn't say that. It just says comments. See that backslash? I don't know. That must be an escape character. And I put in the folder image as an escape character. All right. It is so cold down here. Alexa, turn on Firestorm. You know, there's not that many fire guys in our heroes in DC Universe that are fire guys. There's a couple of bad guys that are fire guys, but there's only Firestorm that I'm aware of in the DC Universe that's fire. See, you get all kinds of cool tidbits from me. Alexa, turn desk lamp to gold. I should probably start my DoorDash, so if they call me, I can go, fine, I guess I'm DoorDashing. Hey, baby. So a friend of mine just sold his house. He's got 60 days to find a new house. You know, that's going to suck because he's got 60 days to get out. He's got to find a house and close on a house in 60 days. That's going to be rough. Unless he's getting paid really well and he can find a house quickly, because it's not cool. Looking for houses and expecting them to close quick. If you can miraculously get a house to close in 30 days, that's impressive. So really, he's got at best 30 days, and I think that might not even be enough. So he's going to be living, I don't know what he's going to be doing, moving all his stuff into storage. And really, his relocating is actually a lot of people. It's not just him. He's got his brother lives there. He's got a couple friends there that live with him. They share the house. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. But hey, it can be fun to look for a house. So if you can get things to go your way. Let's turn this on. I can't find it because my brain is not paying attention. So it built. All is happy now. It just didn't. When it said it didn't like comments, it was actually just the line comment at the top. Whoa. So I went to spell lasagna. And I don't know what my fingers were typing, but I got last and E. And that wasn't even, I don't even think I typed. So I'm having my my birthday gathering this weekend on Saturday. My birthday's not for almost 2 weeks, but everybody's availability, or the people that we're inviting, like my daughter's going to be out of town, my parents will be out of town, my wife's putting it together. So she decided to do it Saturday because that's when everybody's available. So she's asking me what food I want. And she makes awesome homemade pizza, but I was also thinking lasagna. It's like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want, but they both sound really good. I don't know why. Those are the two things that are sticking in my mind. I like Italian food, you know, spaghetti, but lasagna just sounds good. But DoorDash hasn't given me squat yet, so yeah. Did this finish building? Failed to solve, process, bin, npm run build. Did not complete successfully. Oh, great. What is the problem? Oh. We got a bug-a-boo. Wait a minute, how do I have a bug in there? I just built it. And, well, okay, to be fair, I didn't build it. I ran it. But it should have... Usually when you build it, it doesn't just work. It has... Fine. We're going to go in here and I'll do an npm run build. npm run build. I dare you to tell me there's something wrong in here. Oh, there's something wrong in here. Okay. Challenge accepted. Yeah. Can I go to this file? Oh, is that going to try to browse it? I thought it was just going to take me to it. Oh, that's lame. Open file. Okay. Oh, all right. It's an async? Oh, it is async. Is that all it is? I just need to take the async out? Honestly, I think that probably won't work in the long run, but it might work for this problem. Oops, did I not save? Why doesn't it save automatically? I should turn it. Now what? So that's not an async key. I have another one here. I probably am going to have to do that eventually, though. There's actually two problems. Oh, is there another one down here? I don't know where this other await is. Where's another await? Oh. Here. Sheesh. That's the problem with checking in code that's not technically ready, but I just want it to be bug-free. So I can at least go to test. I'll put it in prod because the stuff I have works-ish. Say works-ish. There. Okay, so now I can go back over here and maybe do the build again. Oh, he's showing me the houses. I told him it could be fun to look, but now he's sending me the house links. It's like, wow, not fun for me. I don't get to find a house. I don't know if I want to look at all your house options. Dude, you're going to go through a lot of houses in the next few days. The odds of you finding... If you find a house on your first try, you need to look at least 5 to 10 houses if you can before you make a decision. Because then you know what is actually out there. You don't always know. Like, you look at a house and go, oh, this house is really nice. It's really cool. You don't realize that maybe there's a better, nicer houser. Because everything can be nicer, right? Short of being a gajillionaire whose options are limitless, there's always nicer. Now, the question is for the cost. But, you know, sometimes location, sometimes price, sometimes just the speed at which the seller needs to get out of the house. A lot of things can affect what you end up with and how good the house is. So you've got to look at all the options. Don't pin yourself to the first choice, even if it's nice. It might be the one you want. Now, here's the problem. If it's nice, in the world of house shopping, you've got like 10 minutes to make a decision. Because a lot of times, this house just went on sale. This house just went off sale. It's like, what? I just looked at it like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, they already made an offer. Accepted an offer. You're like, no. Oh, chinga the French fry. Okay. What? Okay, so network of PFFM network dev exists but was not created for Project Football Simulator. Choose to use an existing network. What do you mean it wasn't created for Project Simulator? There's only one project here. Error response from daemon conflict. The container is already in use by container blah blah blah. You have to remove or rename that container to be able to reuse that name. Okay. I think I have to take a break, man. I go DoorDash for a while. I'm only a mile from food, but apparently they don't want to give me nothing when I'm not like standing next to the building. So I guess I have to leave. Until next time.